Shut up and sit down.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Ken Frederick Podcast, episode 129, Solo, a Star Wars story spoiler review.
There's a lot of S's.
That was. I want to say thank you for listening, and if you just stumbled across us on the interwebs, check us out at kfpodcast.com. No elbows on the table, .gif. At KF Podcast on Facebook, at Ken Fred Podcast on the Twitter, and at Ken Frederick Podcast on all other social media needs.
Yes.
We've got the regular crew here. Woo! Lance.
Hey.
Brock.
Hello.
Justin via satellite.
Yo.
And Don.
Word.
And myself.
Ken.
And if I didn't mention it before, if you're listening to us on YouTube or SoundCloud, check out the other one because we do different shit on both.
We haven't done SoundCloud in
Too many movies.
But aren't you putting these on SoundCloud?
No.
That wouldn't be different on both then.
I forgot.
So which is it? You forgot or it'd be different?
Well, he used to put the movie
yeah,
reviews.
I just haven't, so it's fine. I'll put this one out there. Hey, SoundCloud people, here you
Well,
are.
you can still put the other one on there. Just be
Ken,
late.
stop telling me what to do.
Oh my God.
We'll be back on with a Nerd Week in review next week on SoundCloud.
All right.
Finally a week without a movie.
Yeah.
Seriously.
All these goddamn movies.
Whoa.
Entertainment being shoved down our throats.
So let's just get it out there. Spoilers ahead.
Hold on,
Tons of
Justin.
spoilers.
Spoilers.
There we
You've
go.
been warned. We're going to spoil the shit out of this. If you don't want to see spoilers, go check out our reactions video to this where we sit on a couch real sexy like and talk about this movie. Real
Hopefully Don
I need
covers
to
our...
get back there so I can enjoy that.
There's no room in the couch.
It's going to be a big cuddle pile.
Oh, we're going to man cuddle you when you come back. It's going to be delicious.
Scrumptious.
What was the line from the movie? There's nothing softer than cuddling with a Wookiee.
Yeah.
And cuddling a Wookiees, falling asleep in a Wookiee's lap.
Yep.
Yeah, right. Let's get into it.
All right. Darth Maul was in this movie. Done.
Darth Maul with
Spoiled.
robot legs.
It was
Spoiled.
robot
All right,
legs.
well, you start it. You go.
Oh, well, I just thought that was cool. Like I said in the non-spoiler review, I liked it. It was good. It wasn't overcomplicated. The story was a little predictable. Darth Maul was in it. Bam. Good.
And that's all you needed to say.
All right. Don, you go next.
This is going to be short.
It is.
You
Well,
took Darth Maul from me.
I just felt like that should be the...
So I'll talk a
That
little
was
bit.
the spoiler.
That was
movie.
a spoiler.
Yeah.
That was a good spoiler. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting a Darth Sidious type thing.
I thought it was Emperor. Yeah, I
Yeah, the
thought
Emperor, something
whenever
like
she
that.
started paging...
I thought it was going to be Jabba the Hutt.
well, it could have been. Yeah.
When they
You know,
showed-
for a minute there when he started talking, I was like, "Oh no, is this Snoke?" I thought it was like
that'd
a
be
Snoke
terrible.
thing. I started to get real annoyed. I'm like, I really like this movie, and it's about to go to shit. Then I was like, "There's Darth Maul. All right, everything's back to normal."
I felt like one of us should have picked up on Crimson Dawn.
Yeah.
being
That's
associated
true.
with
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
But
So, is that
Nobody
a thing
did.
from the cartoons? Because I know he's in the cartoons. I don't know.
So he's in the cartoon.
Here's Lance over-explaining shit.
Lance annotates the world.
Did you ever see that book?
Yeah.
Famous last words.
No, so Darth Maul comes back. He gets his legs back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
He gets his groove back.
And he gets his groove back, yeah. But I'm not quite sure where she fits in. I thought she was actually going to end up being, what's her face?
Oh, that girl. Ventress.
Yeah.
Well, see, the timelines were a little confusing. When I first saw him, I thought, oh, okay, this is like Phantom Menace. Then I'm like, wait a minute. Han Solo's not that old. Like, Han
Yeah.
Solo's
No,
just
so-
a little bit older than
No,
Luke.
he had his robot legs.
Yeah, he had the robot legs.
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. When
Yes,
he
he
stood up,
did.
you could hear
As soon
the...
as I saw the profile, I saw the robot legs, and I'm like, that's Darth
Oh, really?
Maul.
All right. Then I missed
Swearing
that.
over there.
I know, we got to edit this out. Just because you're in another state doesn't mean you can go...
It's dropping F-bombs. Yeah, he did have the robot when he stood up there like...
Well, that makes sense because chronologically, this is supposed to take place after the last Clone War.
Yeah.
So it's after Order 51's been given.
Yeah, because
66.
they were the
66.
Empire. They weren't the Republic.
Yeah.
Right.
They were full on Empire.
Right.
So yeah, he's obviously this is pretty much just more. This is what Darth Maul was doing in the meantime. They love sticking Darth Maul.
I'd love
which
to see a movie of this now.
Yeah.
Just a Darth Maul building the
That's why I
Crimson
said
Dawn.
keep going with a next movie with this and have Darth Maul and her and them against that. I mean, I'm fine with Darth Maul getting a trilogy here now finally.
Seriously.
Great.
See him actually fight. Yeah.
Yes, should have never killed him to begin with. He pulled a lightsaber over and everything.
Mm-hmm.
This could then tie into the Obi-Wan movies because Obi-Wan does end up, spoiler alert, taking out Darth Maul finally.
And and Rebels.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that.
Yeah.
So, Lance, were you disappointed in the lack of Boba Fett?
Did you see the Mandalorian armor in the yacht?
I missed that.
That wasn't him.
So you were disappointed in no Boba Fett?
No, I hate Boba Fett. Lance loves him.
Anything that I just like, he is on board with.
Hey, Lance, welcome to the boat.
I was expecting to see Boba Fett.
I was too.
I thought this was going to be a trilogy of them fighting.
Well, I think that's what if this movie it is gonna do well, that's the next one.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they set up he's going to go meet Jabba the Hutt.
So he's gonna meet
obviously.
Jabba the Hutt. He'll run into Boba. Boba will be like a villain. In the
He'll
next
screw
one.
Jabba, and then Boba Fett will be on his tail then.
But my spoilerish thing that I'll talk about is I love the Kessel Run.
Yeah.
I thought it was so well done. Like the piloting through there when he finally gets his moment, showing how good he is. I didn't even mind the whole like landing on the asteroid thing and all that. You know, like
destroying all the landing gear.
Destroying all the landing gear. It was good. The dynamic between him and Chewbacca is so well done in this movie.
Yes.
And this actor pulled it off very well.
Yeah, showing how like they instantly bond and have that friendship and got each other's backs. Like that for me was the best. Like how he saved Chewbacca's life at least a couple times. Pulled him into one time, freedom. I always loved Han and Chewbacca, so I would love to see more of this and never see Last Jedi or any of that shit ever again. How about you, bro?
I think everything's been covered already. I liked it a lot. Like we've said, it was a little predictable. Like as soon as what's his name, Tobias Bennett, was that Beckett?
Beckett.
Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson. That's what I was going to say.
I don't know his name or Daenerys Targaryen's name.
It's just Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
Kira, I think.
Kira, yeah.
But anyway, as soon as he said that line, "Oh, you can't trust anybody," I knew he was going to screw them.
Yeah. I was
waiting for it. Yeah.
But actually, at the end, I thought he went away. I really did. Yeah, I thought he went away when they were like, someone's coming in. I thought it was going to be Lando. Like, screwed them because Lando keeps screwing him over and over.
Yeah, I figured he was gone because he was just like a little spoiled baby.
They arrived here before you did.
Yeah.
Lando.
But Woody Harrelson. I mean, it's funny that Woody Harrelson's responsible for Han and Chewie meeting.
Yeah.
When you were back in the '80s and you were watching Cheers and you're watching Star Wars, did you ever think someday that bartender's going to be responsible for Han and Chewie getting together and having a relationship? And it came true.
So wait a minute, it goes from Woody Harrelson to White Men Can't Jump to Star Wars.
Yep.
That's it. It's the only movies he did.
He's the verse.
That's it.
I can't think of what else. I'm trying to think of some other things to talk about. I was disappointed that little guy with the four arms, the original pilot. I'm sad that he got off so quick.
Yeah,
because he was too likable.
Yeah.
You had to get rid of him so they could you could like other people more.
I think they're doing a good job with Rogue One and this movie of making these like crews together. Like I like that there's a smart ass droid in every movie. There's like.
Well, this one was like a raging feminist.
Yeah, she's like a raging but they all have such attitude, the droids.
Someone in the room celebrated when the droid died.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yes.
She didn't like her?
Why didn't you like her, Diana? She was annoying.
No one was madder than Mindy.
Oh.
Ken's girlfriend Mindy was so mad that Han Solo's teeth were so white.
She goes, how did he live on that planet and was a slave and have that white of teeth?
She's like, and he's always smiling. Get out of here. I was like, come on. Me and Ken started talking about how much we liked the movie. And Mindy was bitching that his teeth were too white.
Yep.
Man, you got to put something aside. Yeah. You got to put something aside.
And she was calling Darth Maul Death Maul.
Death Maul. Big deal, Death Maul's in it. We're like, well, Death Maul's a great new name you should go to.
Yeah, that sounds like an NDW character.
Yep.
Pay attention, Disney. Death Maul for future movies.
Yep. Don't sue Mindy. we can't afford it.
Hilarious. How about you, Lance? What's your favorites?
Actually, I liked pretty much all the movie. There wasn't a spot where I was like, I think I'm going to fall asleep or I need to.
Yeah, because you like to fall asleep.
I do. If it doesn't keep my attention, I will fall asleep.
Yeah, you are out.
I thought I was going to fall asleep.
But I like the opening on Coruscant where you actually saw the shipyards where they're actually building the Star Destroyers.
Yeah.
And did you see where they actually had like the skeletons of AT-ATs being built and walking around?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just those sort of tie-ins.
There's a lot of good, decent tie-ins.
Right.
I felt it was very unlike Last Jedi, where like, when you walked in that room when they went down to find Benicio del Toro, and there's not any character in there that even looks like a Star Wars character.
Right.
Remember, you were like, what are all these people in this room?
Right.
Or unlike this, when they walk in a movie, there's like a Greedo race. There was
Rodian.
there was like everything you picked up as like, this is how you do it.
Yeah.
Familiar faces, things that look.
That was what I liked about the Marauders. Whenever they unmasked, they were like all you could pick out like all.
You're like seen that guy before.
Yeah,
seen that guy.
Even
before.
Wicked.
Yeah,
And the other thing, I mean,
Willow
was in
Warwick
there.
Davis.
Ken said this in the non-spoiler review, but just the gritty view of war.
Yeah,
so it's not idealized and
exactly that scene too. Like it painted the Empire like. Nobody really knows what they're trying to do.
Right.
And nobody knows who's really in charge.
Yeah.
We're just doing this because there's... What else is there to do?
Have they ever showed that in Star Wars stuff that, like, they use people that weren't stormtroopers? They use, like, paid grunts?
Well, they've done it in books.
The whole thing was they started using clones until they could start just enslaving people and getting their own people.
Because at that point, they weren't really using clones. They were the Empire.
Yeah. I think the way that they write it is that clones take too long to progress into being adults, where they can just train soldiers to be.
Yeah.
But despite that, the Empire is mostly humanoid.
Yes.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
Well,
there's not like giant...
Because
it's
very
men.
Well, no, but you don't see many Rodians.
Right.
There's no four-armed stormtroopers.
Right.
Well, the reason being is because they're supposed to be equal to the Nazi,
right?
Yeah.
And they are only humanoids.
They're only doing the master race.
Yeah.
I love the line when Han Solo said, they said, we're fighting these invaders. He's like, this ain't our planet. We're the invaders.
Yeah.
Right. Made it like they're not nice people.
Yeah.
What they're doing is wrong.
But it was also sort of telling that the only way Han could get off of Coruscant was basically to enlist.
Not Coruscant. It was.
I'm sorry.
Corellia. Yeah. Gotcha. Justin.
I really, really like this. From the nostalgia, from like you guys were just talking about, all the other characters, seeing the old ships. This kid felt like Han Solo.
He did.
We really haven't talked about Donald Glover as Lando. When the first line that he spoke as Lando, I thought it was Billy D. Williams.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it just he did that character to perfection. I just really enjoyed the whole thing. The spoiler at the end with Darth Maul, and people in the theater that I was at just screamed yes, and people were shouting.
Nerds.
It was it was a lot of fun, and this is really, really high in my list for Star Wars films right now.
Oh yeah, I really like it too. I'd put it up there too. It was really, really well done.
I had a really great time. It was fun. The first word when the first credit rolled, the first thing that came out of my mouth was, "Man, that was great." It's been a long time since I've done that at a Star Wars movie.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
Justin goes, "Wow, that was great," and the guy goes, "What?"
Because as I think Rogue One was good, Rogue One the beginning bored the shit out of me. I didn't like Rogue One until it really got into the battle was fantastic at the end and the Vader stuff, but in the beginning I was like, "Oh, come on with this."
You know what annoyed me about Rogue One at the beginning? I couldn't understand anything anyone was saying.
Yes.
So many accents.
So many accents. So much nonsense plot that I was like, this doesn't make any sense. Why is this? What's this family doing? This movie jumped right into it, and it was like, wow, this is good.
Yeah.
Right in the beginning, it was to me, it was better than Rogue One.
So get this, Anthony Daniels was actually in this movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was
3PO.
3PO. Well, he wasn't as 3PO. He was a character called Tack. TAK.
Wonder if he was one of those marauders.
I'm
He might have
thinking
been.
so.
Or one of those droids that we're talking.
Yeah.
So this would be the very first Star Wars film that C-3PO and R2 weren't in then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Anthony Daniels will have been in this one.
Yeah.
So he'll be the only
So
one.
he, as an actor, has been in every single one of them.
Right.
Yeah, but no signs of R2 in this, which is fine. They don't need to be in every
Yeah.
movie.
The gal, it's,
They weren't
it's
anywhere near
Yeah.
where this was going down.
We said earlier, did you think that all the other Wookiees kind of look like monkeys?
They look. You know what they look like to me? Harry and the Hendersons.
They did. They
Yeah.
looked like
Yeah,
Yetis or
very Harry
Bigfoots.
Henderson.
Yeah, they were different looking.
Yeah, they had like a human face. Like,
Yeah.
Chewbacca's like covered in hair.
yeah,
And
but
they
it
were
was-
like had, like a
But
monkey
they
face.
but they might have been younger.
Maybe because they didn't look like that when they show them in
They were in episode 3, right?
episode 3 when
Yeah.
when they're on that planet. They were all pretty well Wookieed up.
Kashyyyk.
Yeah,
they're all Wookieed up.
because this takes place after that, and
Yeah.
they're all like gone by then. They're all dead.
Yeah.
Maybe they were depressed and they lose their facial hair.
They could have been emaciated too.
Could be.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they were the females.
Oh, that could be too.
Yeah, he did give a head thing or whatever to that one.
Yeah.
Like they were going to
Gave a head thing.
Give a head thing.
I think you got to pay extra for that.
And also the character who played Wicket.
Yeah.
Yeah, Warwick Davis.
Yeah, that's what he said. Warwick Davis.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. When he took his mask off, I was like, "Oh, Warwick Davis."
Yeah.
So he got a pop
Yeah.
in the theater. He's probably been in every Star Wars movie in some way, shape,
Yeah.
or form.
At least every trilogy.
No,
sure,
he's only been in up to this. He's only been in 3.
Which were what?
Revenge of the Jedi.
What?
Return of the
Episode.
Jedi.
Return
He
of the
was in
Jedi.
episode
Yeah.
1. He was sitting next to Jabba during the pod race.
Yeah.
He was in episode 1. That's true.
I guess better go check my facts.
And then he was in Return of the Jedi because he was an Ewok.
It was
Right.
Wicket.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, did everyone catch the Bosk reference?
Yeah, that was,
Yeah.
I like
I
that.
enjoyed that.
Why don't we just hire Bosk?
Yeah, there was a lot of good snippets like that. Again, I'm sure some people are going to be upset that there was an appearance by Boba Fett, but I can wait for it.
Yeah.
I hope
Oh,
they
yeah.
do more. I heard they want to do a Lando spinoff. I don't really think you need a Lando spinoff.
Yeah, what story is there to tell for
'Cause
Lando?
he's just playing cards against people and smoothing people.
Well, but his whole
Go ahead.
his whole thing about he's like dictating his memoirs.
Yeah.
I mean, that implies that there's a lot of stories.
Well, I want to see him. I just think he should be with Han more.
Right.
I think they should establish more friendships, more bonds, because when they meet each other in Empire, they really seem like they have a rich history together.
Right.
And it's just instead of just a couple moments, I'd like to see them do more.
And it's also sort of cool to see. I'm sorry, Justin. Go ahead.
No, it's all right. I think they should at least do 3 of these with not maybe all centering around Han or but like this cast of characters, and it should be the Scoundrels trilogy.
That would be cool.
Ooh, naming it things and stuff.
All right, somebody tag Disney on that.
Yeah,
Hasbro didn't listen.
there's so
Tag
many things
Disney.
they can do. They left it open to so much.
Yeah.
And visually, I liked. I sort of thought it was sort of cool to see the Millennium Falcon as a pristine vehicle.
Yeah.
And then all like we
After
know
he's
it.
done with it,
Yeah.
wrecking it, yeah.
And how the notch got in there.
Yeah. Because I remember a few months back, the toy version came out, and a lot of people were complaining because that part was filled in. And like my comment was like, why don't we wait till we see
Yeah,
the
right.
movie
Right.
before we get all worked up that the Millennium Falcon doesn't look like the damn Millennium Falcon? And of course, when Solo starts driving it, he ejects that part out, and there it is. You got your ship.
And it was part of the story.
Part of the story. It worked well.
And how the robot L337 ends up being probably
Yeah.
the essence of the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that part.
Because he always refers to it as a girl,
Right.
doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like his as a her, it kind of makes sense. They did a lot of things the dice stuff that ties everything in really well.
Fuzzy dice.
Yeah.
It was cool.
I thought it was cool visually. The Dryden Voss, Paul Bettany's character, when he got pissed off, the angrier he got, the redder his scars got.
Yes.
Yeah, I liked him. I didn't realize he was in this movie. I was pleasantly surprised to see him in it. I said, "Oh, there's Vision." He was good. He did a good job. He plays a good good villain. He was interesting.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they kill him off, but I think that's more the rise of her
Yeah.
as a villain because she obviously has some stuff that happened to her in those 3 years
Right.
that they're not really going into.
And if there's some Sith ties there, that's like the chain. Like she's now the apprentice if she killed him.
Yeah, and that's where I think when he mentions that, when Maul mentions that she's going to work very closely with him,
Right.
that's what's going to start to happen.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
when she
clearly
mentions,
she'd
"I've
had
done
some sword
things."
training, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sword training.
So, the pilot, did he remind you of anybody?
With the forearm dude?
Yeah. The voice. John
I was
Favreau.
just going to bring this up. I already looked.
John Favreau, okay. Yeah. I remember he was in this movie. I didn't really spot his voice. It's not
I recognized the voice, but I couldn't place it.
I didn't care enough to worry about it. I just liked that character with the forearms.
He was cute.
Screw you, Lance. He was good.
Insignificant.
I think his death, sometimes they do meaningless ones. It was more significant. I think it helped center Han Solo.
Yeah, because
Totally.
he can be the pilot now.
Yeah.
Also, too, I think he realized how real this was leaving,
It was like, wow, that guy really just died right now. And
Well, he died, and then Beckett's love died in
Yeah.
the same mission.
yeah. Yeah, that mission didn't go too well.
No.
Well, if you think about it, that was probably the worst thing he could ever done is hang out with Han Solo because everyone's dead.
Yeah. What do we think about the girl that looked kind of like a pirate bad guy and turned out to be like a freedom fighter riding the hoverbikes?
I'm kind of
Totally.
convinced that that's his Beckett's daughter.
With the girl that died. Yeah, kind of resembled.
I was wondering that.
That would be cool.
I thought they were going there.
Yeah, but they never said anything. Did they even give her a name?
I don't know.
They didn't give her a name, but they gave him, the guy, a name. The character who was supposed to be.
Well, she mentions that her mother wore the helmet before her, so she was killed, and they're doing like a Dread Pirate Roberts where whoever
Okay.
someone else takes the mantle.
Yeah. I thought they were cool. I liked the speeder bikes, the headdresses and all that. They weren't
The
really...
armor was great because they all had the same like boxy helmets, so they would hide their race and
Yeah.
everything.
Right.
And I think that the reason why all those races seem familiar is those are all key races in the rebellion that we see later on in A New Hope.
Yeah, especially the Rhodian,
Yeah. No, they were good. They were well done.
the orange Rhodian.
It's like, what'd I do?
Yeah, it was good. So anybody got anything else on it? You think we're going to see more of this?
Definitely.
Yeah.
If it does well, which I don't see why it wouldn't.
I don't see why it
I think
wouldn't.
even George Lucas came out and said that he liked this movie.
Did he?
What?
That's usually a surprise.
How much of this do you think is attributed to Ron Howard?
A lot.
I think a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, did he direct the whole movie or did he come in?
He came in late, but I think he fixed a lot. I know that
From what I understand, he reshot 80% of what was already shot and then finished what was left.
I think he did a great job.
I guess Lord Miller, supposedly this was going to be like absolutely just a comedy. And I definitely wouldn't have liked it as much.
No.
No way. There was the right amount of humor in this that it wasn't annoying.
Yeah.
It was good.
Well, he always has a little bit of humor about him. He's snarky. He's funny. He always
Right.
has a line, but he was serious when he needed to be. Him and Chewie had some funny lines like that. 190 years old, man, you look great. Like, it was just funny at that time. It's a nervous scene, and a little bit of light humor like that calms you down a little bit.
And I mean, from a visual perspective, I mean, you like the Kessel Run, which I agree. That was sort of breathtaking. But that whole thing with the heist and the train that actually
I was nervous
rotated,
during that.
Yeah, that was good.
that was pretty cool. And then you had the troopers with like the mag boots.
Yeah, that was neat. All that stuff was well done. I mean, the Kessel Run was talked about so much before. It was like a focal point of Star Wars. Like when he says
Right.
that like I think they did a good job pulling it off.
And everyone thought he was lying.
Yeah,
He didn't.
And they didn't fix the error where parsec is not a measure of time; it's a measure of distance.
yeah.
But it makes
I
sense.
did think
though.
it was funny, though, that technically he didn't do it in 12.
Yes, he rounded down.
He rounded
He
down.
rounded
yeah.
down.
That's a great line. That's so many great lines in it. Such a fun, well done movie.
Agreed.
All right, well, we ready to rate? Anything else we want to talk about?
No. I
Justin,
think
you have
no.
anything else?
Nope, I'm good.
Oh,
right.
just one more thing.
Oh,
Okay.
jeez.
Well, no, just like every other Star Wars movie, no trailer.
Good.
No ending scene, no credit scene.
Yeah, nothing after. Yeah, we always have to stay for it, but
Because we're trained to.
Yeah.
Just in case.
just in case,
This might be the one.
this might be the one where Darth Vader pops up or Darth Maul again.
Thanos shows up with a lightsaber.
Or he
One
does a
more
Ferris
time.
Bueller.
Darth
Hey, come
Maul's
home.
in this movie. I mean, you want to make a movie
20
great?
seconds.
Darth Maul, one of my top 5 villains of all time. Go check out that episode.
But it was just I wasn't expecting that at all. I was
No.
expecting anyone else from the Empire.
Yeah, Crimson Dawn. We didn't get it.
Yeah.
All right,
Crimson Dawn.
time to rate this sucker. Right,
All right.
Yep.
Go ahead and go first, Donald.
me.
Yeah.
Well, I really enjoyed this movie a lot. I'm going high with it. I am going to go 4.5.
Wow.
Wow. Is that more
Bald
than...
heads.
That's equal to Infinity
Equal
War.
to Infinity War. I enjoyed this movie just as much as I enjoyed Infinity War. I mean, Infinity War is more intense and all that, but I left the theater with a... I was not bored at one... I wasn't bored with Infinity War anytime. I wasn't upset with it. I walked out of this same feeling. Like, man, I'll watch that again and again and again. That was a really, really well done movie.
Wow. Crazy.
So there's my 4.5 bald heads.
Justin, what's your rating?
4.5 cheese wheels.
Yeah. Jeez. Doesn't stand alone today.
Yeah. All right, Brock.
I'm going to give it a solid 4.
4. That's more than your Infinity War.
4 nondescript baseball caps.
Yes.
Lance. All right, Lance, what's yours?
I'm going to give it 4.5 ebony bald heads.
This might be our highest rated movie of all time.
It's doing really well.
I rate this 1. No, I rated a 4.
There you go.
I thought it was real good. I think it was as good as
What
Deadpool.
color bandana?
I'm wearing a blue one right now.
I think it should be
Blue.
red for Crimson Dawn.
Red.
Crimson Dawn.
It was red for last week too. I used red
Oh.
for Deadpool. We'll use red again. There you
All
go.
right.
So there you go. We really enjoyed this movie. Go see it.
Yeah.
Well
Yes.
done.
It's been a good summer year. It's been a good summer movie so far.
Yeah, I haven't been really disappointed by anything.
Hopefully Skyscraper doesn't bring this down.
We just won't go see Skyscraper.
Hopefully the
That's to
team...
be a little selective.
Well, you told me that we have to go see Jurassic World.
Yeah, we saw the other one, and we thought it was dumb.
I said, instead of seeing Jurassic World, can't we just watch Guardians again because he acts like the same character and play with Jurassic World Legos and just call it even? We'll just get all the play sets and be like,
Those Legos look cool.
play the game, play the Lego game if one comes out. All right.
All
Check us
right,
out.
everyone, please like, share, subscribe, invite, leave some comments. Tell us what you think. If we're wrong, we give it too high of a rating. If you think that we didn't say spoiler enough at the beginning, and that's about it. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Amen.
Amen. Later.
Later.